Have you ever seen a plump Italian plumber who shoots fireballs, eats mushrooms, and saves a princess? Well, if not, allow me to introduce you to Super Mario, a popular video game character that showed up in 1983 in the first Mario Bros. Game. Mario has accomplished many feats inside and outside of video games, but today I want to show you how the franchise evolved over time. My purpose today is for you to understand more about Mario, to see how the game visually changed, and to see how the gameplay changed. So let's explore some of Mario's background. Mario is the mascot of Nintendo. And it's funny, Mario's profession is to be a plumber, but he never actually does any plumbing. He's been a tennis player, a golfer, a soccer player, a go-kart racer, and a doctor, just to name a few, but never any plumbing. His first appearance was in 1981 in the game Donkey Kong, where he was originally the Jumpman, and his profession was carpentry. The Super Mario Bros. Game, which was released in 1985, has sold over 40 million copies for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Mario has appeared in more than 200 games, but my personal favorite is Super Mario 64. Now you must be wondering, who created Mario? Well, that's none other than Shigeru Miyamoto, who has been responsible for creating most of Nintendo's popular video game characters. Now that you have a basic understanding of Mario, let's explore how the game visually changed. The first game, Super Mario Bros., was in 2D. The game might not look like much today, but back then it was awesome. Your high score was displayed in the top left of the screen, followed by your coins, what world you were on, and your time to beat the level. Mario had a brown shirt, red overalls, and the antagonist Bowser, he also looks pretty different, as you will come to see. Jumping 11 years into the future, into Super Mario 64, which was released in 1996, Nintendo 64 was a system that allowed games to be played in 3D, which really gave the game a nice feel. Mario had his wardrobe changed, which made him have blue overalls, a red long-sleeve shirt, white gloves, and an M on his hat. The game itself radiated with a bunch of color, and Bowser, well, he just was awesome. In another 11 years, Super Mario Galaxy was released in 2007. This game cut Mario like a piece of coal into a diamond. Super Mario Galaxy really showcased the character's features and world flawlessly. The biggest change was that the game put you into space, and as for Bowser, he shaped up to look even cooler. Now that you've seen the look of the game, let's explore the gameplay. Super Mario Bros. has you racing against the clock in order to get to the end of the level and save a princess, which conveniently always seems to be in another castle. During your quest, you encounter piranha plants, turtles, Goombas, all of which can be killed by jumping on them, except the plant. You have 4 power-ups in this game. You have the mushroom, which makes you bigger when you're small. You have the green mushroom, which gives you a 1-up, another life. And you have the fire flower, which lets you shoot fireballs. And the star, which gives you invincibility, which lets you run over any creature, basically. You complete most of the levels by reaching the end by jumping on a flagpole, or getting told your princess is in another castle. It also has a 2-player mode, which lets you play with a friend, not simultaneously, but you can play together to see who gets the highest score or how far you can get. In Super Mario 64, though, that was taken out and you're only allowed to play as Mario. In this game, it introduced new power-ups in the form of hats, where you could fly with one hat, vanish, or even turn into Metal Mario. You still have to rescue the princess, but this time you're jumping through paintings in order to collect these things called stars. Each level, you have to collect the star by fighting a boss, completing a puzzle, or even collecting red coins. For anyone who hasn't played this game, I highly recommend it. The game then turned back to its roots in 2009 with Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. Going back to being a side-scroller in 2D with 3D models gives it a 2.5D feel. This game implemented simultaneous 4-player co-op, where you're able to play as Mario, Luigi, and one of the Toad characters in different colors. And you could have guessed it, the princess got captured again, but this time was by Bowser's children. The game presents 2 new power-ups, which is a penguin suit, which lets you shoot ice balls, and the helicopter suit, which, you could have guessed it, makes you fly. You also get to ride on a dinosaur called Yoshi, which really helps the game out and makes it a lot more fun. Now to wrap this up, you've seen this mustache plumber and all of his escapades around his levels and whatnot, and we have learned more about Mario, how the game bloomed into something visually captivating, and how the game immersed its player. And I would like to read you a quote from Shigeru Miyamoto. I think that inside every adult is the heart of a child. We just gradually convince ourselves that we have to act more like adults. So let your inner child out and go play some Super Mario. Thanks for your time.